Hi, my name's Rob Scott, and I want to share an experience I had 2 weeks ago with you. But before I do that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my background because it is relevant. See, I grew up in a family that parents got divorced, my dad got remarried, and as you can imagine, there was a lot of uh, emotions tied with those experiences: anger, resentment, uh, and throughout life I've had to deal with that and have you know had to have good long conversations and offer forgiveness with all the people involved, and believe it or not, you know I blacked out a large portion of my childhood, probably because of those events. But I, over the years, memories have come back to me, and as they've come back to me, I've tried to address them and deal with them, uh, offering the forgiveness that is necessary because I was taught by my parents to forgive. It's a big thing.
So is it I'm angry at, yeah, mom, dad, both of them. I'm angry at both of them. So that's my real anger is I'm mad at them because is it they don't care about us? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Over the past 6-8 months, God has been doing some really amazing stuff, bringing me into a very deep love relationship with Him, killing off some beliefs that are not true, giving me freedom in my life. And 2 weeks ago, it's kind of a culminating event for that whole process that God has been uh, bringing me through. Last fall, I got an email from Annette Cargioli, my wife's basically second mom. She hung out with the Cargioli family growing up, and Annette, Dr. Annette Cargioli, developed what is called EPT, or Emotional Polarity Technique. And this technique offers healing both physically and emotionally through forgiveness. And it's pretty unique. Dr. Annette asked if I had any chronic pain that wouldn't go away. Well, as a matter of fact, I did. I have had a pain on the right side of my spine that goes from the base of my skull to the bottom of my back that has never, you know, gone away. Just never. No chiropractic work could touch it. No massage therapy work could touch it. And physical therapy work couldn't really touch it. Yeah. And no one could figure out what was going on. No, and I told Dr. Collargioli about it, and she's like, "Come on up. We're gonna see what your body is holding on to."
It's anger turned inward is the pain. And it's really anger that I couldn't have with my parents because I needed somebody to watch me. If I was angry at them, maybe they'd both leave. And I didn't know what was going to happen to me.
Going through the session, we learned that when my parents announced that they were going to be getting a divorce around the time I was 8, that was a very traumatic event. Now, again, I looked back at that and thought I had offered up forgiveness, but there were some things that came to light that I did not know, did not even realize.
So phase 2 trauma is he checks out. He disassociated. So the way he coped, he just checked out.
Yeah.
So he can even talk about it now. He doesn't even remember because he's disassociated even to discuss it. It's just a historical thing, but not something that's felt. So so that means that you developed really early a way of managing or coping with pain or conflicts in your life by just checking out. The problem with that is disassociation, that you do that, it's like you're addicted to your own disassociation. And the problem with it is you can't be you when you're a robot.
Yeah.
So you're functioning out of like automatic, whatever was programmed in is what I do. So I don't feel super close, and I don't know why, but the reason is because I'm hung up on my own disassociation to cope with what I couldn't handle at age 8.
That makes a lot of sense.
And then the problem is, but staying there really impairs your creativity. So, and I say that because I believe everybody's here to create.
Mm-hmm.
That you were created to create, to take your talents and create something that helps the rest of us. I just believe that. So when a human can't create, it's unbearable. Over time, it just feels like it wears you down. So I'm saying that because I'm gonna like wake up his brain.
I knew about the anger and the resentment, but what I didn't know was that as an 8-year-old, I felt abandoned by my parents. My parents checked out, and I felt abandoned. At least as an 8-year-old, that's how I perceived it. And my body stored that memory away in the form of that pain that never went away.
So I'm saying that because, you know, I want his pain to go away, but I want something better for him. I want him to be able to show up and feel safe in love relationships like he's never felt, and sense a feeling of power and creativity and the talent that he knows he has. That's what I want. I'm going for that, but I get people who go, "Can you help me with the pain?" Can I? Yeah. I hope.
Well, through the technique, through the forgiveness that I experienced, Dr. Cargioli led me through, the anger, the resentment, the abandonment, and the disassociation that I went through. I learned that I disassociated myself from, emotions. I was basically operated like a robot, so I wouldn't have to experience that pain again. Think Spock.
When somebody is numbed out like that, they are more likely to act out. And when I say act out, it means I feel so dead in this numbed out space that I will, to feel like I'm powerful in something, I will either overwork, or I will go out and say, I can take all the heroin I want. Or, you know what, I can drink, I can drink 10 bottles of wine, it doesn't affect me, because they're so disempowered in this state of, dissonance and this state of blah, that when they act out, they're so likely to act out in this state. Nobody acts out without having been here first. You don't go from your assertive self, I love my life, I know where I'm going, I know what I'm going to do, I'm going to be a good mom, I'm gonna be a good doctor, and I feel good about what I'm good at, and I'm okay with what I'm not good at, I'll learn. You don't go from that assertive, who I am, truth about yourself, to acting out ever. You can only go from that assertive state if something happens in your life that triggers the unresolved conflict and you get a sinking emotional feeling that's known as shame. For anything, you just go, the wind just got knocked out of me. And then to cope with that, you go to this place. So I need you to say, I forgive myself for believing.
I forgive myself for believing
That I can't love myself.
that I can't love myself
Or my mom and dad.
or my mom and dad
Or trust them.
or trust them
Without feeling this anger and grief.
without feeling this anger and grief
Because they don't care about me.
because they don't care about me.
They don't care. Yeah, I was going to say me and my brother, but they don't care about me.
Yeah.
And then breathe.
All of those things, dots just started to connect, and I had a lot of aha moments.
And I give my 8-year-old self permission
I give my 8-year-old self permission
to accept.
to accept.
I understand how you feel.
I understand how you feel.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
If I had been there,
If I had been there,
I would have told you
I would have told you
how much I care about you.
how much I care about you.
I think you're awesome.
I think you're awesome.
And I see how hard you try to be the best kid.
I see how hard you tried to be the best kid.
And I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
Frees me
And that frees me
to show up for my own self
to show up for my own self
and my life
and my life
and all the people
and all the people
who do show up for me.
who do show up for me.
Okay. Oh, man, that was very. Isn't that a cool ride?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you feel yourself connecting dots.
And at the end of it, the pain, that chronic pain, was completely gone. Absolutely gone. Just like that.
So, all right. So, how's your pain?
Gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. It doesn't ever go. Right.
Right.
So it's gone.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take it. Yay! Yay!
The forgiveness that I was able to give both to my parents and to myself, all of it was just gone. It was really, really awesome. It's really transformed my life.
So let's see. Pain, stage of healing. So I got like stage of healing 7. And I didn't even ask that in advance because I was like, yeah, so where was he to start? Oh, he was in anger. Anger and depression. Yeah. So yeah. Yay.
Very cool.
Very cool. Yeah. Thank
you.
you. Thanks for being an example.
I didn't realize it until I looked at myself in the mirror after having gone through that session. I saw myself for the first time. Yeah, that may sound kind of cliche, but I really saw myself and really saw the man that God created. This unique, wonderful human being for the first time. And before, it was like I was looking at someone else. There was no connection between what I saw in the mirror and my emotions. So, it's just been absolutely fantastic since then. And I've had friends and family even comment on, there's something different, Rob.
Not only has he seen personal change, he had that experience and that change that happened in him that week, and it's only been 2 weeks. This is so brand spanking new, but I swear it's like this person that I knew was there and I've been waiting for has finally surfaced, and he really is so much more joyful about life and so much more excited, and we are just it's just amazing.
I don't believe in coincidences. And I think God has brought this into my life to not only experience but also to share with others. And so I am really looking forward to bringing this healing, this forgiveness to others.
When he told me that he wanted to do this and he wanted to pursue this, I was just like, yes, I am so on board, because I have never seen anything else that so speaks into who he is and the talents and gifting that he has. Because if you've met Rob for even 5 seconds, you know that he is not a surface level person, and he cares so deeply about people. And he has just this spirit in him that wants to help people be the best that they can be. I mean, he's been doing that to me for 5 years. I'm so much a better person just to be married to him, and he just wants that so much for everybody.
And that's the story. That's what I want to share with you, because it's so unique, so absolutely phenomenal. I feel like a brand new man, and can't wait to see what God has in store for me, for the rest of my life. Truly am excited, truly am grateful, and thank you for listening to my story, this experience, and I hope that you will get to experience the healing, the forgiveness that you need in your life.